I am addicted to growth. This is a phrase that I heard Misha Brown say in an interview. And when I heard that, I was like, bestie, I definitely gonna steal that because I completely identify with it. And it's so interesting because I have seen it while doom scrolling, which wasn't actually doom because I was just on his page and watching all his videos for hours because I really resonated with him. Interestingly, that same day, addiction came up in a lot of different contexts. It came up in a conversation, it came up in a group clearing that I have been sent to just out of nowhere. And I was doom scrolling, which is kind of an addiction, right? This made me contemplate on addiction a little bit as well as it came up in a conversation. I heard myself say about this as well. And I realized it earlier that addiction is actually looking for something to fill the void, you know? And it's also distracting yourself, numbing yourself, like running away from something, which all comes back to not feeling safe to feel emotions and to not feel them. You distract yourself, you numb yourself, and this is how addiction is created, right? The more and more I'm dealing with this, uprooting fear through presence, realizing that it's actually about feeling and expressing emotions, the more I see everything that we create, which is miserable and struggling and suffering, which is just the consequence of the side effect of avoiding to feeling and expressing emotions. So I feel like I really arrived at a root here to actually practice returning to presence and feeling and expressing all emotions. And the breath, like the full breath, like in your whole lungs, is just helping you to return to presence and then also to signal to your nervous system that it's safe to do so. And again, I've quoted before, as Brian Whitchway says, expand the breath so it is bigger than the emotions, because this is what we're afraid of, right? To feel and express the emotions, and we are afraid of them being so big that they completely overwhelm us and they will never end. Like, it's infinite pain and suffering, and this is why we avoid it. But if we lean into it, it will dissolve in a few minutes, sometimes even seconds. At least this is what I experience. It's so interesting, all these discoveries that I'm making now, that I'm actually started this experiment, and I love to share with you, and I'll keep you updated on my process.